I've never grown hydroponic carrots before. We've got an aeroponics unit downstairs with some available space, so let's get on and see how we can get them started. So carrots normally grow in deep soil in traditional farming and gardening. They've got one single taproot that goes all the way down, and that becomes the actual carrot itself. But we can't do that in this part of the world, so we're going to try them hydroponically. I picked up these growth medium from Temu. They're 1/2 inch by 1 inch, as you can see. They're really tiny little things. I couldn't really find a use for them, so I decided to try them with the carrots. And my reason is because the carrot will form from that taproot, and we don't need much growth medium for them, really. So because they're so small, I soaked them in water for an hour just to make sure they're hydrated. And as you can see, we can fit 2 in our seed starter really nicely. So we're going to do 12 to start with, and then in a few weeks' time, we'll start another 12. We're going to start with Bolero. It's a very standard kind of carrot. I have tried the pelleted version of these, but really didn't like them at all. So we're going for straight standard seeds. They're pretty small, so I used a pair of tweezers to insert 1 seed into each of the growth medium. I've got pretty good success rate with the Bolero seeds. I find about 98% germination rate with these. A quick spray. This is just tap water, and we're going to cover these up and put them in our unit to germinate. So after 2 weeks they germinated, and this is what I did. I 3D printed some little tiny holders for this growth medium and made sure that the aeroponics units and the sprayers were all getting complete coverage, as they were. And as you can see here, they had all sprouted. There's one which was struggling a little bit, but we do still put him in, as you'll see later on. Getting these out by hand was really tough, but you can see the taproot. I'll do a close-up of the taproot in a second. But we need to be really careful putting these growth medium into these pots. We don't want to damage that taproot at all. That's what will become our carrot. So after placing them gently in there, we can see here the actual taproot itself. Now, we left them going for 10 days, and at that point there was one corner that just wasn't getting enough spray, and that's here. So it was a bit dry, so I ended up moving that one just into the center of the pot. But I did also 3D print a different net pot for these. This is slightly wider, a little bit deeper. So with a really nice root structure here, as you can see, we're going to leave them in here for a couple of weeks, and then I'll do an update video so you can see how they're getting on.